Hello everybody, this is the Introverted Comedian. Welcome back to a new video from Medieval Dynasty. So far I was able to expand my village quite a bit. I was able to get a fishing hut running. I was able to get 2 wood shacks running. I have some farming plots running. The barn is doing its job perfectly. My piggies are very happy and they even had babies. I also have a few plots of farming done. Plenty of houses in the village, although some more will need to be constructed. I was able to finally get myself iron tools, as well as some iron arrows that I poisoned. I was able to get a longbow. And basically now I just want to do some hunting. So before I go into the adventure, I will grab a multi-grain bread. The reason why I'm doing this is because it does drain my stamina a lot slower. So I don't actually have lots of meat in my village, and this is because I didn't actually level up my hunting skills that much. I barely did some leveling up during this fourth season during the winter. I do prefer to hunt in the winter because I can see the dark fur or skin of the animals from the distance. So this is perfect. So I've got myself the iron sword, got the longbow, poisoned arrows, I've got some potions of health and some broadleaf plantain as spare. I shouldn't actually take that much damage, especially since first of all I am going after some moose. So fortunately quite close to where I have my village there is a spot where you can hunt moose. Now usually on my last day I was focusing towards the end of the day on going to this mine that you can find between Branica and Baranica, but that was mostly to level my character up so I can unlock some decent perks. So I was first of all going for this, for the mule, so I can carry more, and I was also going for materials. Basically I was going for copper and for tin in order to level up to get my smithy up to level 3 so I can get the iron tools. Now with those unlocked I don't actually need to go there. I did actually make a bit of a fortune even after unlocking all the iron tools and a few extra things. So basically now I can focus on other skills as well. So my main goal now is to go after the moose. So initially I went after a few wolves and leveled up a little bit. But as you can see, you have the poisoned arrows doing 60 piercing damage, and I've also got them with the poison. And you've got the longbow with the 40 piercing damage. Now when it comes to the moose, it is a large animal, so it won't go down quite easy. Sorry about that. Now it's not getting scared as easily as deer get scared, so you can actually get a little bit closer to the moose than you can get to the deer. Okay, so in order to finish them as quickly as possible, it's best to go for their heads. It's quite hard to actually get them killed in one go. like I said, if you aim for their heads and you're using the iron poisoned arrows, you will be getting better results. So as you can see, they're not getting scared as a group, and I've actually managed to miss that one. I have no idea how. I think I was way too far. Oh, okay. So I'm not sure if I changed some settings or what I've done, or simply forgotten this. So if you're actually aiming for their head with, oh yeah, now I remember why. I didn't know this. So usually I was using the stone arrows when hunting them, and I was using them poisoned, but still stone arrows don't do that much damage. So apparently I'm even doing a better job now. Aim for their head, use iron poisoned arrows, and you will be able to actually get them in one go. But like you can see, it can be a little bit tricky to actually get them in the head. The headshot is not that easy since they're most of the time moving. So let's see, this one seems to be standing in one place. Draw all the way back, and perfect. Okay, now the reason why I want to go for moose is because you'll be getting plenty of resources. As you can see, you're getting 30 meat, 15 leather. It's not necessarily a huge amount, but it's a lot better than you get from other things. I think this one got scared by my villagers who were in the area. You can see them somewhere in the back. Now, unfortunately, there are also some boars in that area, so I might need to deal with the boars. I don't even need to actually get arrows for them. But let's make the hunting. Okay, so when it comes to the boars, usually my hunters will not actually kill them. They will just go around the area. Fortunately, you cannot use your villagers for help, but they will produce the meat, even if they're not killing the ones that you can see on the map. Okay, apparently there was only one in there, so sorry for him. Now let's get some more meat. Okay, I'm actually impressed on how good the poisoned iron arrows are doing. Now you can use other bows as well, but from what I've found so far, it seems like this one is doing the best job, the longbow. Like I said, I was actually used to getting stone arrows poisoned on my previous gameplays, but it seems like it's actually worth having the iron arrows. Okay, so I'll quickly drop the meat over here. Okay, so that's basically a fast go at getting meat, more than two of my hunters could get in quite a few seasons and plenty of leather as well. This is why I said I do need to get the survival higher so I can get that hunting lodge. So there's also some Vicents in the area. I will save the game as these guys are very dangerous, to be honest. Although it might be nice on the easy settings and using the iron arrows. Now the reason why I'm focusing on these two, like I mentioned in the previous video, if you're planning on adding additional plots to farm during spring, you can actually get your farmers to start fertilizing the fields in the winter, and then it makes it so much simple to actually get things sorted out in the spring. So I can see there's something big in here. I don't remember well if it's Vicents or something else. I know that they were somewhere around. So whether it's Vicents or whether it's moose, I will just go for it. It seems I was wrong, it's just some deer. I haven't actually played the game in a while at an advanced level. I've usually just messed around a little bit. Okay. So it looks like they are on the other side, but no problem. I can go over there and get it sorted. So the reason why I got my sword with me is that in case wolves pop up, I can easily exterminate those with the sword. It's much more easier than using the... Okay, so I wasn't wrong. There are some Vicents over here. Now, one issue with these majestic beasts is that they will actually all work together. So if they're too close to each other, when you're shooting one, be prepared for two of them or three of them or more of them to actually come at you. I'm honestly unhappy that this one moved towards the other one. Going to circle around a little bit. I'm hoping there's a third one, and that third one is somewhere further away. I am not very happy about them working together. First of all, they pack quite a great trust, so once they use their horns on you, you will get loads of damage. Oh, nice. I just found an abandoned camp, but first I need to make sure that there's no Vicents too close to it. Okay, so one of the reasons, as I've shown in previous videos, that you should be happy of finding an abandoned camp is that you can easily find tools early in the game, tools that are not easy to get at that point. That bag wasn't easy to get in the beginning. Same goes for that bronze axe. Winter shoes you could actually get. Those are not that vital. Bottle, that's not very important. Okay, these are nice, simple shoes. I don't need a lot. Okay, iron horseshoes, that's very nice. Some seeds, some clay. Okay, I'll happily take that. Okay, and let's see, even a iron knife. Okay, so it is used, but again, if I were to find this early in the game, selling this one would have gotten me a decent amount of coins, and those are quite important early in the game. Now, let's go back to hunting. I'm really not happy about these guys sticking together, and it seems like they are the only two in the area. So I might just to do a little bit of running in case I'm not able to take them down. Now, when it comes to Vicens, my strategy is to be far away, but not too far. Get them in the head and make sure that I'm waiting behind close to a tree so I can hide behind it while it charges at me. Now, if you're able to make a few shots quickly, then you would be able to actually kill them before you actually suffer any damage. I stopped there for a reason, and the reason is that I was hoping that guy would go further, but it didn't. Okay, so let's have an attempt at this. Oh, let's just save the game to be more safe. Okay, so again, aim for the head. The fact that you're using poisoned arrows is helping. Okay, so that was two of them. Now the main issue is the other one will be coming at me. So like I said, you will take some damage. Currently the easy settings are working well for me, and I was able to take two of them down. Now I'm actually very happy. In fact, I'm so happy that I'm going after bears next and getting the big game quest finished. Okay, so let's quickly make my way to the village. So my village is over here, which is quite good. Over here, somewhere in the mountains, I will be able to find some bears. I do have plenty of time until nighttime. I will also take a few more of my poisoned iron arrows, although I think I had a very decent production with just 30, I think, of them. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I changed the settings further than before, or simply by swapping from from stone to iron and poisoning them actually made this difference, but I did get very good results, it seems. I wasn't expecting to go this way. So a decent amount of leather, 60 pieces of leather from just two of them, 140 pieces of meat. Again, amazing results because my poor hunters cannot get that much done in one season, let alone in one day. So I'm going to leave a few things over here. Now, just for safety, I will bring some more poisoned iron arrows with me. 15 should suffice. If I manage to get the bears or only one bear in proper circumstances, I should be able to deal with it even before it attacks me. Now, there are a few strategies when it comes to bears. You can always find a place that they cannot reach and cheese them from there. That's usually the strategy that I go for when I'm doing. Okay, just to save. Yeah, so when it comes to hunting animals that can kill me, I tend to save more often. I do the same for other games. When it comes to situations that can kill me, I will definitely save the game more often. Okay, now to find those bears and finish the quest, it seems. Yeah, so this quest had an initial requirement to craft a bow. Honestly, I think they should have made it clear that at least for the bears, you would need to pack a better punch than just a bow and any arrows. So, like I'm recommending right now, if you want to go for bears, get yourself a longbow, get yourself some poisoned iron arrows, get yourself some potions. In my case, I have potions and the broadleaf plantation. Okay, perfect. No, not perfect. I think I was hoping for a better find over here, but it's just some coins. I don't actually see. Oh, iron shovel, that's not bad. Okay, so I take my words back. This was nice. It's like there's some wolves in the area. I don't have time to play with wolves. I want to play with bears. Again, just because the situation is a little bit more dangerous, I will be going with more saves. So, I don't remember exactly where. I think I should be able to see it on the map. There should be some cave around. I think it's over here, which is quite far. Also, if you're going for bears, make sure that you're slowly going forward. Usually they can be found in the mountains. This is why I'm on the mountain. And the reason why I'm saying go slower is because if they spot you and you don't have time to draw your bow or get yourself in a proper position to hunt them, it can actually turn against you easily. So there were some wolves hunting in that area. I don't have time to mess around with wolves. Okie dokie. So I do hope I'm going in the right direction. It seems like I am. Just for security, I am going to get my bow ready. Again, I do prefer to go at the top of the mountain, because I can see further away. And also, usually when you're on the top of the mountain, it makes a better vantage point at shooting those arrows. Okay, I don't see any sign of bears yet, but I think they might just be over here next to those two trees. Again, I'm slowly approaching the area, and I will save a couple more times probably, simply because I need to find a good vantage point. If it's one bear, okay, there we go, there's one bear over there. So if it's just one bear, then that's okay, it's manageable. If it's more than one, and I think there's two of them over there, you actually need to find a place that they cannot easily reach and start shooting from there. Not sure if you can actually build something around, but I'm not coming with the resources to build. I'm coming with the resources to kill. Nice. So I found myself some figurines. Okay, so basically from here I can actually try to get down over to one of these rocks, and I can easily kill them. I just hope I'm not going down all the way. Okay, so that one has seen me. Now I just need to wait and see where it's going. Just hoping, as you can see, it didn't actually take much damage. Okay, so it cannot climb that far, but it's climbing. Oh no. Okay, that's one bear down. So I need to find a better place where to hunt them from. Like here. I don't think that one can actually climb over here. Okay. So it cannot climb over here, but it's not staying in my range either. So I'll just need to wait for it. Come on. Okay. It decided to go the other way after me. I honestly wasn't expecting that. Now my main issue is that it circled around too much. Okay, it looks like it's coming back. So once you do a bit of damage, you're perfect to go. Okay, and there we go. I wasn't expecting or planning this. And apparently the game wants me to get married and have an heir. Okie dokie, let's have a quick look over here. So there is a second mine, like I said, just over here next to the bears. The main issue with it is the fact that it's guarded by two bears. Okay, let's see how many resources they're giving. Oh, so they're actually giving quite a decent amount of resources. I forgot exactly how much they're giving. So they give you 80 meat each, and they give you 60 fur. Now, the level of danger is indeed quite high. and they are guarding something quite important, which is a mine. But end of the day, it is amazing because you barely get meat and fur from a bunny. To be fair, yeah, it's not that hard to hunt those little rascals away. But at the end of the day, it's a huge, huge difference. So from a bunny, you get 2 pieces of meat, you get 2 pieces of fur. There are quite a few pieces of clothing that you can craft with fur, and it's honestly, especially winter clothing. So basically, that would make you chase bunnies all over the map. Even if you go after wolves, it's still not worth it because a wolf will give you 10 pieces of fur. Meanwhile, like I said, these guys will give you 30 pieces of fur. So yeah, finding some bears and getting fur from them is not that bad. Although, in all fairness, if you can kill those, if you find 4 wolves, you can kill those a lot faster than you would kill 2 bears. And also, would not have to travel this much. Usually, you can find wolves in areas near the villages, or you can build near the area where they spawn, but it's a little bit harder to build a village next to where the wolves spawn, where the bears spawn. Not to mention that this might actually trigger them into not spawning at all if you're building nearby. Okay, so this was very productive, to be honest. I wasn't expecting this, but at the same time, I didn't actually manage to level up my hunting that much, and same goes for the survival technology. I am barely making any progress, although in spring and summertime I will be starting to make some more potions, and that should give me a decent boost. Okay, let's get rid of the meat. I'll just get my plantain and over here. Now the fur goes over here. And whatever else I have here that I needed. So again, this was a very good find, the iron shovel. Also managed to find an iron knife. And I just realized one thing. I've actually hit the limit on how much I can have in here. Copper sickles will need to be sold. Cudgels will need to be sold. Bronze axe needs to be sold. Okay, bronze sights to be sold. Stone arrows and iron arrows can be moved. Okay, so I have no idea how I managed to get so many things in here. I can move the copper bars, copper ore. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure what's causing that high amount of things in there. But I can leave a couple of other things in here as well. So I'll leave the things that I'll be using myself over here for when I'm going hunting again. The things that I will be selling, I will be leaving here. Can also upgrade this one. I don't actually have that much space of that much storage space now. As you can see, I've already reached the limit, so I'll probably need to upgrade this. It's only level 1, but I can actually upgrade it, I think, to level 3. Yeah, I can upgrade it to level 3. So basically, instead of what I was using, straw, stone, logs, sticks, I will need to use logs, planks, and stone. Let's see, what time is it? Perfect. I have enough time to do some planks. Okay, again, most of the buildings don't actually allow you to store that much, especially at their base level. Okay, so I've actually had these two. And the iron horseshoes. Okay, getting my hammer. Okay, and I do have quite a lot of logs, so I can easily get myself 60 planks. Let's double check. Okay, that's perfect. So one more time, if you are placing an improvement, it will return some of the materials for you. Like I got back some logs, I got back some sticks, got back some straw. They can just be reused. Okay, so it does look a little bit more impressive with all of that stone, but the main idea is that now you have 300 kilos storage. Just quickly get rid of all of these. Okay, so I'm just going to grab what I'm selling from here, because the season is nearly over and I am going to do some selling. Yeah, so I have no idea why this guy is out at night. Usually,
Goodbye.
aha. So I think sometimes they get buggy and forget to bring out their torches. Usually there's at least one villager going outside with a torch in the night,
How it is with monarchs? Do what they say, but do not get.
making sure that the village is safe. Although, considering that the village is getting larger, I would expect them to go in pairs or even 3 or 4. But to be fair, I don't have that many. Although I do have more housing available. Okay, let's see how close I am to midnight. Not that bad. So I was able to actually complete that quest. I'm happy that I was able to complete a big game. Um, Again, you just need to craft the bow. Ooh, and I actually got a huge increase in buildings and in reputation. I'm actually very happy about being able to finish it, especially since this is the last day of my first year. So it is a major plus for myself. Okay. Yeah, like any other game, it does have some bugs. So as you can see, these poor piggies can end up sleeping half outside. So my friend over here can
I could
actually
really do with a
do a
drink.
little bit of inspecting. Seemed like I could do with a drink for some reason. Even though, yeah, at midnight I managed to replenish everything and survive for another season. And actually, as you can see, I am getting a congratulations message for surviving for a first year. So you can disable the tutorials if you want to. You can still keep them. If at any point you want to change anything in here, you can just go to the knowledge bar and you will see everything from prices that the items are listed to exactly what they can do. As you can see, even knife that's usually used for skinning animals can be used as a weapon, and it's quite effective. So I've managed to survive the first year. I will now need to actually have a wife and an heir. I already managed to get the reputation by doing the previous quest. Now, one change that comes is that you will need to pay taxes every year and when spring starts, and those taxes are calculated based on the buildings that you have. As you can see, for each building that you have, there is an amount of tax that you need to pay. I don't remember exactly if it's per day. I think it's per day or something like that. Now, keep in mind that the reason why I don't pay that much in taxes at the moment is the fact that I didn't have all of these buildings from the beginning. Basically, I started with nothing, then I simply got a few buildings and then more buildings each season. If you want, you can see the entire journey by going back on the other videos in case this is the first one you're watching. So, like I said, this was basically my first year all the way around in Medieval Dynasty on the Valley map. Again, I am playing with 5 days per each season. So it is giving me enough time to actually take care of certain things. I can do lots of trading, I can do lots of work around my village, and also do a couple of quests here and there, especially now that I don't have enough villagers to get enough production by myself. Sorry, for my villagers to get enough production by themselves, so I don't have to pitch in. So if you like this video and you want to watch more, please feel free to have a look at the other videos from this playthrough. Also, if you have any tips or any tricks that you want to share, or if you find any of my tips and tricks useful, please leave a comment. Until next time, have a good time and bye bye.